Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, and today I'm going to be reacting to Season 7, Episode 1 of Star Wars The Clone Wars. Let's see what to say before we just sort of pop right into the reaction. I do really like Clone Wars. When it's great, it's really, really great. And when it's bad, when it's not as great, it's not as great, is what I can say are my thoughts on Clone Wars. There are some arcs that are really, really great, some that I don't really care for, and some that I don't really like at all. But who cares? This is going to be my reaction series for Season 7. I also did a video, like, a couple years back about the Clone Wars movie, which was pretty interesting. If you want to go check that out, the video's, it's okay, it's a little old, but whatever. What else? Is there really anything else I can say? I don't know. It can always be hard on first episodes of, like, what do I say about this show? But I do like it. I like Clone Wars, as you can see. I've got Ahsoka. I've got this old clone helmet from long ago, back when it used to fit me. It doesn't fit me anymore. Let's see. When am I going to put these up? Like, I think on Tuesdays? Yeah, I think I'm going to put these up on Tuesdays, after my Breaking Bad videos. So, yeah. Is that it? Is that all I can say? I suck at these, first episode intros. I'm curious to see where we go. Now, I see that this first episode is called The Bad Batch, so I'm assuming it's sort of finishing those unfinished episodes that they aired. I did watch that arc, the unfinished Bad Batch arc, so it will be interesting to kind of see if it's different. I mean, it was a while ago that I watched that, but it will be interesting to see, definitely. I guess that's kind of it. I suppose we might as well just pop right into the episode. So, yeah. Also, for anyone who's familiar with my videos and you're wondering why the mouse is over here and it looks like I've got pillows here, it's because I fractured my wrist, so I can't use it. So I'm having to write with my non-dominant hand, which is really hard. But yeah. I don't know. Let's just get into it. We'll get into it. We'll get into this, and we'll talk. We'll watch the episode. We'll have a good time. Oh, because this is the first episode of the season, you can watch my full unedited reaction for free. This is something else I can say. So if you want to watch my unedited reaction to this episode of the Clone Wars, what you gotta do is head down in the description or to the pinned comment on this video, and there will be a link there that will take you over to my Patreon page where you will find my unedited reaction. However, it will not have show footage because that is illegal. And so what you're going to have to do is sync up your copy of this episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars with my footage, basically. And you can try that out, and if you like that, then you can consider signing up for the full-length tier on my Patreon page, which just for $5 a month, you will have every unedited reaction I ever do, as well as you will also get it 1 week early with early access, as well as early access to these normal edited videos, too. There was something else I could have said. Yay. You can go try that out if you want, but if you don't want to, you can stick around. In just a few seconds, we will get started. We'll watch the episode, and then we'll do a discussion afterwards. So, with that all being said, let's get right into this episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars. Here we go. Let's just pop right in there. Give me a quote. Yeah. Embrace others for their differences, for that makes you whole.
The battle for Anaxis.
Oh.
One of the Republic's largest shipyards is under attack.
We're back, folks. Yeah, this looks familiar. Oh, I remember this. I remember, like, this shipyard design. Is this just the exact same episode?
If you think it'll help turn this fight around, get going.
Thank you, General.
Rex, is there anything else?
No, General.
Huh. So, is this, like, I'm curious as to, like, if they just finished these episodes, basically, because I'm pretty sure this is almost identical. Like, I don't even know if they re-recorded any lines or anything.
The way the droids are countering us here, the strategies I'm using, they're all old battle plans Echo and I drew up together.
Yeah.
Look,
Huh.
Riggs, I hear what you're saying,
Was
but
that
it's
part
just
of-
not possible.
What? The Bad Batch.
Experimental Unit Clone Force 99. The defective clones with desirable mutations.
Huh.
99, eh? Huh. Nice touch.
So,
They call themselves the Bad Batch.
oh boy. Yeah, so these guys are all different. God, I like the turtles.
The cavalry has arrived!
Oh boy.
They call him Tech. Yeah.
Makes sense.
He can fill your head with useless info for hours. Crosshair, on the other hand, is not much of a conversationalist.
Huh.
When you have to hit a precise target from 10 clicks, Crosshair's your man. So, Commander, what kind of suicide mission do you have for us this time?
These are like the most
Brief
stereotypical,
you on the way.
like, soldiers. I don't know, all their personalities are, well, maybe not like soldiers, but they are kind of like stereotypical of something. I don't know. I like them. That was quite the crash. Jeez. Goodness. Wow. It's a pretty powerful modification.
45. Mark 151. 45. Mark 151.
Oof. EMP.
Any more? Come on!
Oof. Well, they definitely know what they're doing.
Locate these clones and notify me if the incursion escalates.
Nice to see that guy back. He's always cool. Show is beautiful. Now it's even like more beautiful because we got updated animation.
Hunter can feel the electromagnetic frequencies from anywhere on the planet.
And here I thought we were smart, just using a holo map.
Well, maps can be wrong. Hunter never is.
That's interesting.
And I've got a plan to get into that cyber center.
If your plans are so good, why did Commander Cody have to call us in?
You can't talk to Captain Rex like that.
I mean,
Says who?
well, I mean, the plan involves you probably.
Down! Fellas, come on. We're all fighting for the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? All right then.
Thanks, Hunter.
Let's cut the chatter and finish what we started. We'll do it your way, Captain. For Commander Cody.
All right.
Okay. Let's gear up and move out.
I mean, you should say the plan and then make sure, you know, it's like refined to be really good with their expertise. You gotta work together. Normally I would put up my other hand, but I can't do that. Just leave him down there.
Hey, you're not on the right.
Hello there.
You know what's going on? Maybe it's another drill.
Oh, I love battle droids.
They're getting there just about now.
Oh, are they gonna blow it up? Are they gonna blow it up?
Put all droids on alert. An attack is coming.
An attack is coming. When?
That's cool. I thought they were gonna blow up the outpost, but apparently not. Oh! Oh! Man, I like this guy and his knife.
Tech, get to work on these computers. We'll go get the rigs.
Oh yeah, that's Hunter, isn't it?
What took you so long, Wrecker?
Hey, this is a delicate operation.
Uh-oh. You should have blown up the outpost. Oh, wow. Oh, God. It's the beefy droids.
It's a live signal from another planet. Skako Minor.
A live signal?
Huh. I think I know what that is. I'm glad it's actually been years since I watched The Bad Batch, because I don't fully remember everything.
I don't believe it.
Is it?
We're gone. Rex, let's go. Rex, now!
It's gotta be Echo, right? That's what he said.
That number, Cap. What did it mean? CT-1409. That was Echo's number.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Echo's alive! That's an ending right there, isn't it? Oh! Oh, we're back. We are back, everyone. Man, that was a lot of fun. I remember the first time I watched The Bad Batch, it was a bit of a slog to get through, but I think that was honestly because, you know, it didn't have complete animation. Watching that again, and I was kind of thinking like, okay, there's a Bad Batch. I know it's only like, I think it's only the clones. We don't really get much of the Jedi, and it's like, okay, well, you know, the clones are all there, all right, nice and good. But I kind of want some Jedi, but it's like, you know what? No, that was really fun. That was fun. That was good. It was compelling. I liked it. So, okay, you know, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. It's good to be back. Clone Wars was never my favorite show. Like, I like Clone Wars, and there's a lot of Clone Wars that's really, really excellent. But I think overall, I think I prefer Rebels a bit more than... I think I prefer Rebels over Clone Wars. But, you know what? Getting back into it with that episode, that was really, really good and really fun. And, yeah, it was really nice. It was nice to watch that. And we still got 11 more episodes of this season. The final season of Clone Wars, so... And it also helps that, like I said, I did watch The Bad Batch, this set of episodes, because, like I said, you know, this set of episodes was completely voice acted, and they started animation when the show was canceled. So, you know, they released, like, on StarWars.com or whatever, they released the episodes, but without finished animation, and it's very weird and uncomfortable to watch without the complete animation. But like I said, it was really nice to watch this, actually. And even, luckily for me, you know, that was a few years ago that I watched these episodes, so I'm not too sure what the plot is, actually. Like, I don't know many of the twists and turns. I think I did know that Echo was still alive. Like, once they started mentioning Echo, and it's like, I think he might still be alive. It's like, oh yeah, I think that was a thing. But honestly, I don't really know much more than that about these episodes, so that's really nice, actually, that I can kind of fly blind on these. So yeah. So that is good, that it has been a while since I've watched these episodes, so hey, I get to, you know, watch them more. I get to watch them kind of for the first time again, basically. So yeah, that was really fun, and I really did like that. And it's nice to have that complete animation too. I think that might have been one of the only reasons. That might have been like the big reason why I didn't really care for The Bad Batch. Now I'm very curious, is this episode just that first episode with complete animation? Is that it? Or did they actually, you know, redo all the voice work and redo all the animation, actually complete it, and redo all the music and everything, and the soundtrack and everything. Did they actually do that, or did they just finish the animation from the original episodes? Like, I don't know if this is exactly the same, just with complete animation. You guys can let me know in the comments. I'm very curious as to if that is the case or not. So yeah, we can go ahead and go over the notes. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I always do a discussion on the episodes that I react to, in case you're new here and you're curious as to why the video is still going after I finish watching the episode. Yeah, I do a discussion just because it's fun. It's fun to talk about these shows, and hopefully you guys will stick around, enjoy my discussion, and maybe we can get talking in the comments. So yeah, let's see. The first thing I wrote down was Echo. So yeah, I think I did know... I did know there was something from the original episodes that something, and when he started talking about Echo and was like, oh, I think Echo might still be alive, that was when I was like, okay, I think then he is alive, and that's something I remember. But again, I don't really remember anything else about this episode, this batch of episodes. I always found it ironic that this arc of episodes was called the Bad Batch, because they were the Bad Batch. They were the bad animation batch because the animation wasn't completed. I always thought that was just ironic that this was called the Bad Batch. So yeah. The next thing I wrote down was the Bad Batch. So interesting characters, very interesting characters. They're not... Okay, I was kind of saying during the video, it's like they're kind of stereotypical, like, different soldiers, I suppose. You know, it's like, okay, you got the heavy weapons guy, you got the leader who's, all cool and is really good at, what he does. You got the marksman who's really quiet and just kind of stares off into the distance. And, he's, this expert marksman and sniper. And then you get the tech guy, the tech guy, he has glasses on and he always does all the tech stuff. And so the four of them, honestly, are very, like, stereotypical, like, I don't even know, like, what I would call it, like, what exactly they're stereotypes of, but they're definitely stereotypes, but in a good way, honestly. And because it is different from the clones that we've come to love, because that's the thing, is all the clones are very similar. Yes, they all have their distinct personalities, I will give them that. They all have their distinct personalities, and that was, definitely highlighted. What was that? Those episodes? I think that was with Echo. But it was that, like, training, like the cadet episodes where we were following that one group of clones going through all the trials and stuff as cadets. I think that was it. And it shows that yes, they're all clones, and they're all made to pretty much be the same soldier, but they're not all the same soldier. And I did always like that. So it's also interesting that, even within that, there are these guys, the Bad Batch, that are even more different from, our general clones, who are all different and unique from each other. So I do like that. Even if, yes, their personalities are very sort of a certain stereotype. Maybe not stereotype is a bad word for it. But I can't think of anything else. Maybe you guys can, maybe we can talk about this a bit in the comments. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely interesting, and I do like the Bad Batch. I wrote down the Crash. That was interesting. And I liked, I don't remember any of their names except for Hunter and Tech. I don't remember the other two's names. But the Heavy, basically. The Heavy, going over... And it's like, I thought he was just going to, like, rip off some paneling or something and then get Cody out. But instead, what he did was actually tip the entire ship over off of Cody and then pick Cody up. I thought that was funny. It really shows how powerful, which, yeah, it shows how powerful he really is, and it also shows, like, you know, that he is different from the other clones, you know? It's not just that, oh, he's, you know, taller and he's a bit more, you know, he's got a bit more of a hearty personality. It's like, no. He is incredibly strong for a clone, you know? So I did like that, and I did like the four of them really showing off what they can do when they were fighting all those droids. I thought that fight was really cool. I wrote down Hunter. And his differences. So he can, what was it? It was like he can sense the electromagnetic energy in a place, and so he always knows where he needs to go. It was something like that. It was something like that. That was interesting. I like that. Again, you know, it shows all of their different like changes as to why they are not like the regular clones. So that was interesting. I did like that. And I did like that, you know, he was more willing to play along with, you know, with Rex and everything. Because that was the thing, you know, it made sense that they would go for the whole, you know, oh, the two teams, they don't really get along and stuff like that. But honestly, Hunter was pretty good about it. Hunter was pretty good about, you know, playing fair. And to Rex's credit, his plan did actually work, you know? They just don't need to be, you know, a-holes about it, basically. Which the others were. Let's see. I did write down Regs. That was interesting. Just the differences between the Bad Batch and the Regs, as they call them. I thought that was interesting. Just that entire, like, dynamic between them I thought was really good. Okay, so originally I wrote down trap, and then I crossed that out. So it really wasn't a trap, it was a diversion. I thought that they were going to lure them all to the outpost, lure all the droids to the outpost, and then blow it up. But instead, it was just a diversion. They diverted all the droids over there so they could go get what they needed in the cyber base. So that was still good. I still like that. And, you know, did they have explosions, you know, explosives on hand? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not enough to bring down the whole... maybe not enough to bring down the whole outpost, you know? So, but that would have been cool. But what they did was still pretty good. And then, the last thing I wrote down was the signal. The living signal. And when they started saying that, I was like, yeah, I think I remember something about a living signal from when I first watched the Bad Batch episodes. But again, I don't remember, like, much else. I don't remember much else from these episodes, which is good, at least. Maybe it'll start coming back to me a little bit as we go on, but I don't know. So yeah, that was interesting, and it was nice when, you know, they brought up again, like, oh, well, Echo, he was killed at the Citadel. And I was like, oh yeah, I do remember that episode, actually. And like I said, you know, it's been years since I watched the Bad Batch. It's been years since I watched the Clone Wars in general. And I've caught, like, a couple reactions here and there since then. But for the most part, I haven't watched it in a few years. But I'm keeping up, you know? I'm pretty much keeping up with it. And, you know, again, the good thing is when I don't remember something, it's honestly, I don't remember stuff from these episodes, the original episodes. So it's nice because I get to experience them sort of again for the first time. So yeah, this was a really good episode, a really good premiere, and I'm really excited to get into the next one. Especially because, you know, I've kind of always had this sort of reservation about the Bad Batch episodes. Again, I think that was honestly because of the animation, which they couldn't do anything about. You know, the show got canceled, which is why they were released like that at all. So I don't know. I think it was just so off-putting to me, and I just couldn't really look past it, which is unfortunate. But luckily now we're getting these episodes, and completed, and I can enjoy them for, you know, like they should be. You know, I can appreciate them for what they should be, basically, and what they are now. So that's really cool, and I'm very excited to get into the next episode, but that's pretty much all I wrote down. Yeah, next Tuesday we will be back for episode 2. So with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Star Wars The Clone Wars reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me at Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.